Previously on Dances with Dice, when last we left our heroes, Felix, the human bard, Theo, the satyr fighter, Doran, the Ganassi fighter. Our heroes had made a world-altering discovery. And unfortunately, the planet continues to turn. Covenheim awaits. A dark rebellion brews on the horizon. Will our heroes be enough to stop it? All right, take Gregory.
Get your ass back in here, Craig.
Hannah, say something.
Thank
Thank you. All right,
Shenanigans.
5 seconds of silence. All right. So we leave off with you guys departing from the cave. You make your way back out of the forest. Takes another couple of hours. I will say, for the sake of brevity, you guys opt to camp in the ruins of Ardenvale. Find the least burnt building. Are able to camp and get a long rest for the night without any issue, and will begin your journey to Covenheim from there. Total travel time will be, normally it's about a month of travel time from Ardenvale to Covenheim. If you guys are willing to do so, and there will be a couple rolls for this, but if you're willing to travel at a quick pace versus a normal pace, you can make it there in 2 weeks' time. However, there will be several exhaustion checks, and should you fail them, the journey will increase to 6 weeks. So, would you guys like to risk your travel time? Would you like to take a normal pace of travel, or would you like to, would you like to try to go speedy travel in 2 weeks, or make it there in a normal time of 4?
Do we have a reason to move quickly?
The general, there is a general sense of urgency.
Sense of urgency. Yeah.
There's obviously a general sense of urgency given the discoveries you guys have made recently, your interactions with Theo's mother, and those sorts of things. You do not have any explicit information that is saying things in Covenheim have taken a turn for the worse or better or anything that would maybe not. It's purely going to come down to how panicked are you guys feeling.
I feel pretty incentivized by the discovery of Super Satan. So
name
Mega
insert
Satan.
better name later, but for now, Super Satan.
You allowed us to run with Super Satan.
I did
It's
allow
not
you guys to
going
run with
away.
Super Satan a little
Super
too long.
Satan.
I mean, I called it Super God at the first, but then we were like, wait, no, there's
Not
two
really
aspects.
God.
It's more of a Satan, and it's like, okay, well, if we're
There
dealing with
might
Super
be a
Satan
super.
now.
Super
There might be
Satan.
Super God. There's definitely Super Satan. Okay. So that is one vote for faster travel. What about the rest of you?
I'm a pretty hardy character. I feel good about. I'm in the military. I'm used to fucking having to haul ass.
Doran's out here
Yeah,
just
sure.
forced march.
Sure.
This is the most
Let's-
normal this journey's been.
This is
Let's
the most
fucking
normal
go.
thing I've done all week.
Let's fucking go.
Other army kids seeing the first army kid showing her up. Hang on a second, I can do a forced march.
Felix,
I
like,
forced
I'd
so
rather be
many
dead.
marches.
All right. So we'll say with a 2-week journey then, I would like first and foremost, say eeny, meeny, miny, Doran. Nature check, please.
Nature.
Actually, no, not nature. Survival. I'm stupid. Survive.
Survive, idiot.
Yeah.
Survive,
you
dumbass.
moron.
It's like nature, idiot.
Where is? That's even worse. Why is it not just like a Constitution saving throw?
Oh, no. This is define the path first. We're not at the exhaustion part.
Oh no! Aren't there fucking signs and shit? Like
There are normally, but here's the problem: when a dragon attacks a small town in the middle of the woods and kind of fucks up
13.
their infrastructure. Okay, with a 13, it takes to the point just where you're getting frustrated because, like, as somebody you've led a march, you've led a column, you've done this about 1,000 times before, and I think it's kind of that moment where, like, anyone who's like moderately skilled at something doing the thing they're moderately skilled at for the first time in like 6 months with no practice, you're just like, okay, no, I found, no, that's the deer path. I'll get it. And then on the fourth one, we were just like, you okay, I found it this time. And you're just like, okay, no, we're going. And you lead them out on the path. You have a very excellent pace going. You guys make amazing time on your first couple of days journey with Doran leading at the pack. For anyone who wants a visual metaphor, you have Doran at the front, not unlike Aragorn. You have Theo in the middle,
literally...
like Legolas, and bringing up the rear, falling down hills and talking about how he's wasted on cross country is Felix.
Yeah. That's fair.
I would like everybody to please roll me Constitution saving throws at the end of the
Theodosia,
first
what
couple
dost thou?
of days of journey. Theodosia, what do your goat eyes see?
You stole my joke. I was muted because I was typing, and I said "bet" through my muted shit. And as I was saying "bet" through my muted shit, you went "bet." I was like, "That's my joke."
Oh, wait.
Yoink. What kind of roll was it?
A Constitution save. This is for exhaustion.
Looking bad for your boy. I got a 7.
Ooh, oh no.
Well, I did pretty good, so hold on. No, wait, that's her old what?
She opened the wrong character sheet.
I opened up her old one when she was a fighter.
24.
24. Doran, after a couple, like you are fully in the just like, oh, something that is normal. You feel, it's like, you feel amazing. The wind is in your face. Like, it's like, I'm back on march. I got my people with me.
I have a +9, so I should be okay. Like,
Yeah. You're just like, go ahead.
Modified 20.
Modified 20. Theo, you also, it's like just very much just like
used to this.
okay, it's been a little while since you've done this. Like you're Theo, I think your mind is more casting back to like maybe like late like childhood, early teenager dumb when like you were finally big enough and your mother actually started training you and things. Like you remember going on a couple of marches here and there. It's just like, okay, yeah, kind of like it's like okay, like, you know, little sore, little tired, haven't done this in a little while, but it's coming back to me. And then both of you are just like standing there setting up camp, and like you turn around and you like look down the road to Felix like collapsed about 1,000 feet back, just
Oh my
laying
fucking
in
god,
a
he's
ditch.
fucking dead.
Just laying in a ditch.
Felix
and
literally just rolling down a hill.
exactly. It's just, and then Nori's waiting there at the bottom of the hill, just like her hands held out, and then like slowly like a log comes to rest against Nori. It's like, it's okay, Felix. You guys set up camp for the evening.
Kill me.
Miss Keisha.
All right. You guys get along. You guys get a rest.
Minstrel, play us up, play us out. No.
God, kill me.
Oh
It's
lord.
like, Felix, how you feeling?
No.
I'm an adult virgin.
Song.
It sounded like the Ghostbusters theme, but for some reason I had the vines stuck in my head. That was like four female Ghostbusters. The feminists are taking over. I'm an adult virgin.
Now just realizing how close those tunes actually are to each other. But I think about it, but we're gonna ignore that.
No, it's because it wasn't. Oh, you didn't
Yeah,
sing Ghostbusters?
That is
That
Ghostbusters.
is
The other
Ghostbusters.
one, the other
I'm
one
an adult
is.
virgin.
I actually can't remember what it is. I can't remember the name of the movie. But
Oh Lord.
the first evening passes without incident. You guys wake on the next morning. Theo and Doran, no exhaustion. You guys are fine. You're up, again, a little sore. It's like, okay, yeah, starting to feel it after 3 days of like no rest, things like that.
Yeah.
Nori has taken it amongst herself. She has transformed herself into her dragon form, and you see Felix is just kind of like splayed across her tail, and she is just sort of carting him along for this for the next little while's journey with Felix. You guys now get to enjoy the first of the extra perks. Yeah, so you now get, this is the first time it's ever happened or come up. So this is the first bit of extra perks you guys have, since you have a dragon rider in the party. The dragon acts as a full third, like it's its own thing. Nori is their own complete person. Isn't that terrifying? But it also means that you have effectively what is a mount that is available. So because you guys passed your exhaustion checks and walk freely without issue, you don't actually suffer any penalties of one of your members of the party being exhausted, because they can just ride on Nori. Nori can only hold one person at a time right now. As she gets bigger, that will become larger. But for now, you have avoided the first of the exhaustion traps. So,
Woo!
With
We've solved your
that-
exhaustion puzzle.
you have solved my exhaustion puzzle with the mechanic I also created to solve my
by
exhaustion
doing
puzzle.
absolutely nothing.
Mm-hmm.
That's the best kind of puzzle solve. I would like Thea, a survival check, please.
I don't want to.
Better than me rolling it. I have a 9. I have a -1.
You have a -1.
Yes.
I might have a -1.
Do I have the best survival skill?
Said
some of
the
us are-
ranger.
I'm a dude.
You have
It's
a +1.
I have a +1. Yeah, I don't have.
I have a +5.
Yeah, you have a high whiz. Yeah, I have low whiz. I'm a strength-based ranger, not a dex-based ranger.
I am also very low. I am low whiz.
14.
I'm smart. Fuck you guys.
I am smart, not wise.
I could kick your ass.
It's like
Yeah.
Felix from the back of the dragon. I'm so much fucking smarter than you people. It's like, you can't. Nori
Did
looks
you guys even go to school? I'm so much smarter than you guys.
No, I didn't.
like Nori looks.
I got
down
pulled
and
out of school for like the school of hard knocks.
You're homeschooled. I was homeschooled.
It's like, I was homeschooled in the army. So I
In
was
the
just
army.
in the army.
In the Navy.
That sounds like child soldiers.
Excuse me. I was.
You don't
I grew up
say.
in an orphanage. Like books were scarce.
I grew up with a mom who said you're gonna ride dragons one day, and she was right, but not in the way that she wanted to be right.
And also not in the way that I wanted to be right, apparently.
Yeah.
With a 14, you guys are now on the road proper, so you are able to avoid most of your issues. The next 4 to 6 days pass without incident again. You guys have had no problems whatsoever. Felix recovers about second day into the journey and rejoins the walking. I would like everybody, this is the second and possible final camp. I would like everybody to please roll me Constitution saving throws again.
No ones. Oh my god. 16.
16, okay.
18.
18, okay.
I rolled a 7.
What are we rolling again?
Constitution save.
Right. 16.
16. You all are feeling it a little bit more at this point. The aches and pains of like, it's very much, you're getting that sort of end of road trip feeling where you haven't had time to, you know, been mainly just swapping shifts, driving, no hotel, you're sleeping in the car. So there's a level of like soreness and just like, I imagine all of you have a crick in a unique, different part of each of your necks, and none of you can get it out. There, but your day passes. Your travel has passed thus far without incident.
Touch my neck, Theo. No,
I would like, finally, last but certainly not least, Felix, a survival check, please, for the final stretch of the journey.
Step aside, plebs.
Use your big, strong
knowledge brain.
Your big, sexy knowledge brain filled with, I don't know, songs.
19.
19.
Woo.
With a 19, you are able to lead. You lead your companions down the main stretch of road. You find a sort of path, a little diverging pathway. There are a couple of roads into Covenheim that follow off to like smaller farms and villages that rest and supply around the city. As you arrive at this fork with a 19, Felix, you like a little smell in the air. It's like you kind of tell everyone to stop momentarily, and I need everybody to please roll me a stealth check.
Oh, fuck.
Brimstone.
14.
22.
9.
Felix and Doran, you kind of dive to the side of you guys kind of dive to the side of the road and like are able to sort of like get yourself hidden in the bushes. I would say Theo, you kind of lost sight of Nori for a second. She got very excited, like seeing all the hills that were surrounding, because Covenheim is sort of built down in like the inlet of a bay. So it is surrounded kind of by like hills and mountains, and like, hills sort of ring it. So she was having fun, like climbing the hills, rolling down the hills, and like you sort of roll up. And as you finally caught her, it's like, look around, it's like, oh, where is everybody? And then you look up on the hills surrounding you, and you see ringed on either side as this road is kind of in a little bit of a valley of a dip. You see 5 people standing on one side of the hill, 5 people standing on the other side of the hill. They are all dressed in cult garb. I would like everybody to roll me initiative.
Fuck.
Motherfucker, ambushing motherfuckers.
They're just like, hello.
It's like
I am not rolling well today.
Theo, they look at you just like
the computer doesn't.
There's supposed to be more of them, but it's only the 2 of you. They have not, and then Doran and Felix, you guys are like kind of crouched down in like the bushes beside the road.
Why are they attacking me? They don't know who I am.
They don't
care. Unicorn motherfuckers.
How many unicorn satyrs do you think are
I have
in this
no
world?
idea who I am.
One of us is a generic human man. One of us.
What I'm hearing
only
is
one
racism.
Person. Actually, yeah, only one person is.
I'm sorry,
human
all
then.
unicorn satyrs are rebels.
You know, just the one unicorn satyr that looks exactly like her mother.
Racism.
It's not racism.
It's racism. It's blatant
Oh
racism.
my god.
This is a friendly reminder that all 4 motherfuckers on this call are the whitest mayonnaise-looking fucking people.
Racism.
I rolled a 1, so it's a 5 total, because I have +4 to initiative. I'll just kill myself now and get out of the way.
Finally.
Oh my
What do you mean,
god.
finally?
Fine, I guess I'll die.
Guess I'll die. I don't want to roll high. 21.
Okay.
You're
So
like,
with-
hello.
I don't wanna.
So 9, 21, and what was yours, Felix?
6.
4. Or no.
6. Oh no.
No, I'm sorry. It's 5. It's 1
right.
plus 4. But it
Okay.
was a crit fail.
Okay. So, God, that's just so tragic for you. You're not having a great. You're not
He
having a
tripped
great
in the
journey.
bush that he hid in.
Yeah, I rolled really good stealth, and then I immediately like fall on
over
my
a bug.
ass.
His foot got stuck in like a little root that kind of come up. He's like, ah, fuck, gotta get it, shoe out.
All right. So with that, Theo, the sort of leader of this bunch, sort of steps forward. They have a short sword over one shoulder, and they're kind of like spinning a dagger in one, like between one set of fingers, and it's like
I'm so threatened.
it's like all right, goat looking bitch, tiny child along with her. All right, that's good enough for me, right, boys? 2 right, sir. That's 10,000 fucking gold right there. And he is going to take his he is going to the first of them, this sort of leader type, is going to run down the hill at you, Theo, and is going to take their 2 multi-attacks at you. They're going to swing twice with their short sword. That's a 10. I don't think that hits you.
It does not.
And a 16 also doesn't hit you.
No, it does not.
So you guys from the bushes, I think there's like there's almost a moment of tension where like from the bushes, you guys are watching. It's just like, oh shit, Theo's outnumbered 10-1. Oh God, what's gonna happen? It's like there's a moment of panic, and then this dude runs down the hill. Doran, I think you count 4 different issues with his technique and just how he drew his sword. And Felix, you watch and see like, oh, he's gonna trip over that root. And Theo, you watch as these 2 like whirling, almost like arms swinging in a circle attacks come at you, and you like catch his you catch his wrist, throw it back, and then he comes for a side attack, and you literally like hold like backhand. The sword's so dull it can't even cut through your glove. And you just like, and you almost do like that Hollywood thing where it's like you've caught the sword with the side of your hand. You look over expecting to see like that line of blood rolling down. It hasn't even cut your glove. And you just feel like you just turn back. Your face just turns back towards him. It's now your turn.
Can I free action point and laugh?
You'll
like the one
lose
Felix makes himself emerges from the bush. Like I'm just imagining in the background, in just a random bush, just Felix just pop up.
This is why my initiative sucks, because I saw this and I'm laughing until my turn.
Yeah, no, I think instead of Homer Simpsoning into the bush, Felix, you Homer Simpson out of the bush laughing.
Exactly.
Whoops there.
Cast vicious mockery. Let's go.
All right, Theo. Yeah, no, it's your turn. You have this dude just kind of staring you down.
So according to the way of the Drake Warden, Drake Companion summoning is an action. So am I assuming that me turning her into her dragon form?
Yeah, turning her into your dragon form, that would be your equivalent of Drake summoning, since she's always kind of around.
Yeah. So then obviously I use my action to brain go, all right, Nori, let's fucking go. I need to remember.
I feel it's like you've still got the sword blocked, and it's just like, all right, Nori. And then just immediately, and then, like an angry lion, you watch as emerging from this puff of smoke, this like long head of a dragon. The wings furl out and expand, and she lets out a loud roar, a loud draconic roar that you can hear kind of echo over the hills. All right, that is your action. You have bonus and movement.
Bonus action is to Drake shares your initiative, the initiative count, taking a turn immediately after yours. Oh wait, or should I? Hold on, second. I'm checking something. Checking how this one thingy works. I'm gonna bonus action command Nori to go on him.
You're gonna have him attack or have her attack him?
Yeah, because she goes on my turn. Her attacks are my bonus action.
Okay.
She's
cool.
not like a summon where she gets her own turn.
Okay.
She goes on my turn. So
Okay.
bonus action, Nori goes at that bitch.
Go chomp.
She go chomp, and she's gonna bite him.
Okay.
She gonna
Roll them bones.
She gonna munch him. All right, she has a +6, 16.
16. That will hit. Roll them bones.
Hooray! All right. So that's a 1d6. 6. It's 1d6 plus 3 piercing damage, and then also. All right, that's not very good piercing damage. That's only a 1 plus 3, so 4. But then a 1d6 lightning damage. All right, so that's 4. So 4 plus 4, 8. Does it hit? Okay, and so so that's. I don't think she has more than one action right now. I think she only has the one. I'll double check, but she does 8 damage.
She emerges from this cloud.
We are still only level 8.
Yeah, she emerges from this cloud of smoke, and the sound of her roar is cut off by like her teeth sinking into his shoulder, and just this guttural, like ear-piercing scream goes up. She like sort of like tears a chunk out of his shoulder, and like his arm is just kind of like hanging there. He's looking very fucked up.
Oh wow! Oh, these are just little. Oh, we should have known from their funny little swords.
Yeah, no, they're you took out half his health with one dragon attack.
Oh
no! You guys can stay in the bushes if you want. You guys don't have to come out.
I would like you to actually, ironically, with this, Theo, please roll me an intimidation check.
Oh, no.
As you like kind of look at like the dinner plate eyes all of these like people have on the sides of this hill now.
I mean, okay. Well, my intimidation is charisma based, which is only a +1, so 6.
6. Okay. You kind of like as like kind of like matching Nori's ferocity. No one really notices you, mainly because again they are looking at the dragon, who has just kind of taken a chunk out of their leader's shoulder, but their fear turns to panic. Unfortunately, their panic does not turn to flight; it turns into fight, and they begin charging down the hill. Will that end your turn, Theo?
Yeah, that's gonna end my turn. I don't got anything else I can do.
Okay, so I
besides
have
movement, but I don't need to move. They'll come to me.
4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 in ahead of you, Doran. Just giving you a heads up.
Okay.
I'm gonna do some group rolls for this. We're gonna say 1, 2, 3, 4 of the 6 are just gonna unstring their bows and shoot at you, Theo. So give me a second.
Come at me, bro.
Okay, natural 20. They're really scared.
Theo's like,
that will miss.
You guys can just stay in the bushes. Gets pincushioned. You can come out of the bushes.
That'll miss.
I've got 86.
That'll hit. So 2 hits. Excuse me. 3 hits. 4 hits. Miss. Okay. So 4 hits. 1 is a natural 20. I'm going to roll that nat 20 first. Oh, that's max damage. Okay, so that's 20 points of piercing on the first shot.
Right. That's just right in the slit. Right in the slit of the helm.
3, 7, or sorry. So 3, 9, and 9. So 18. So 41 points of piercing damage from the 4 shots of the 12 that hit you. Of the 12 that were fired at you, because they all have multi-attack. I'm sorry, no, 8. 4 of 8.
Life alone.
4 of 8 hit you because they all have multi-attack. I
fear no god and no super Satan.
The other 2 with that. So ironically, I feel like there's like this great dichotomy where like all of the other ones like panic and they all fire arrows at you. They have also technically done almost half of Theo's health to her, but the difference between half of Theo's health and half of these guys' health is so on display, as Theo's just kind of standing there, a couple Boromir-style arrows in her chest, just like, and? Meanwhile, the other guy has got half an arm just hanging on by a couple of strings of flesh. The next two are going to take their shots short. They are very short, but they're going to take their shots at the laughing bard who popped out of the bush to mock their leader.
And I'd do it again.
It's going to be 4 attacks. That'll miss. That's a 6. That's a 22, so 1 hit. Does a 17 hit you?
Yeah.
2 hits.
Yeah.
That misses.
Yeah.
Oh, and they also got a nat 20, so that's 3 hits. Wait, no, I overrolled there. You avoid the nat 20. I already rolled. I overrolled there. That was my 5th roll, so it is only 2 hits. But,
Yippee.
9 and 8 piercing damage, so 17 points of piercing damage to you. Felix, I imagine she's like, as a couple of arrows hit you in the shoulder and tummy. With that, Doran, you have watched as like about 30 seconds of this fight has gone by, and you've been sitting in the bushes, and the series of operations over the last 30 seconds has been dragon appears, almost one-shots a dude. Theo immediately it's like Felix hops up, laughing their ass off, while Theo immediately gets pin-cushioned, and then they get pin-cushioned in response. It is now your turn.
Okay. First thing, I'm going to activate my feat of the gift of the chromatic dragon and touch my bow and infuse it with. Let's go with lightning. That just sounds like fun.
Oh, lightning. Just like Nori.
No, Nori like looks over at you in the bushes and like gives you a wink. Doran is just like, yes, lightning is best.
Except she doesn't know how to wink, so she just blinks both eyes at him.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to. I don't know. I might as well do it from cover. Like they don't know where I'm at yet. So
They do not. You would have advantage on this attack.
So I'm going to shoot at some of the archers.
Okay. You have 2 attacks, right? You have multi-attack
Yes.
now. So okay, I'm just gonna give you letters because there's a lot of them.
Okay.
A is currently the fucked up one. Everyone else is full health. So do you want B? You have B through H. I'm sorry, no, you have B through J that you can pick.
Whoever crit Theodosia, I'm gonna shoot that motherfucker first.
Okay, we'll call the person who critted Theodosia was F. So you aim towards Scout F.
Frank.
And I have.
His name is F for fucked.
Does a 29 hit?
Yes, they have 13 AC.
You did 29 hit?
Shut up. I rolled them.
He's like, I never get to do this.
Okay.
What do you mean you do this?
That's 15 damage plus. Hold on, I gotta do the.
Oh, 15 plus, you kill him. He has
Okay.
16 HP.
Oh, he's dead.
Okay, well there we go.
Stop, he's already dead.
And then I will shoot at one of the guys who shot
Felix.
Who shot at Felix. Yeah.
Okay, G or E?
Let's go with the G.
G. Okay, rolled him bones.
All right. Does it to 23 I think
hits?
hit.
Yes, okay. 23 will hit.
Oh damn it! Low on the damage, but hold on.
Oh, and you're rolling these with advantage, right? Because you are behind cover. And like
I guess I could roll that. I could roll another d20 just to see if I get a crit.
See if you get a crit. See if you get some fun. I don't think a 27's a crit, but a 27 will also hit.
No, I just want 1.
What is your crit? Actually, now that I look at it. Oh, your 2 hits plus 31 is your nat 20. Good lord.
Okay. Plus 4 damage. Ooh, nice.
Mm.
So it's 4 lightning damage plus the 9 regular damage.
9 plus 4 is 13. Okay,
13.
so with 13, so you pop out of the bush, Doran, and you fire off one arrow, hit the first person right in the forehead. You watch as the arrow passes cleanly through their skull, and the fletching has the arc magic on it, and it like shoots off a lightning bolt that incinerates them and almost just basically turns them into almost like an ashy skeleton standing at the top of this hill in like a flash of bright light. You're just like, if this is the first time I feel like you've used the gift of the chromatic, it's like, oh shit, let's do that again. Pull out another arrow, and like your speed is just a little too quick in your excitement, and instead of getting them right in the forehead, you catch them right in the collarbone, and you get to see what the lightning does to a still alive person, which is like they get like fried, their hair stands on all end, and you smell like the burning smell of like clothing and flesh a little bit, but they are standing there just a little bit overly crispy, and you can almost hear the as they exhale.
I am going to action surge.
All right.
Since I have, and I'm gonna let's finish that guy off.
Okay.
Get him.
Yeah.
See
2 hit.
if I roll a crit. No. All right.
Whatever your baseline damage is enough.
Yeah, so that'll kill him.
You're just kind of like, ooh, that looks painful. It's just like real quick, another arrow out of his misery.
Ooh.
And then
he is dead.
Let's kill E.
Okay. You fire your second shot at
least
E.
Let's attempt to.
Yeah.
Oh god, I need to get a higher.
Oh my god, one
so
off the nat 20.
Hold on, do I get it on the other one? No.
Okay. Okay. All right. Rolled in bones.
Let's not roll a 1 this time. Okay, nice. Just need to roll
14 plus. You need a 2.
I know. Come on, 3. Woo!
All right. And then you're just like now having a little bit better of a handle on the bow. You're kind of like just like, okay, it's like you actually. I feel like you learn it's like, oh wait, there's a little bit of acceleration that comes from the magic, so you don't draw as fully. You release, and you watch as this one sails perfectly right through the center of their neck, and the same sort of incineration occurs as they are now dead.
Yum.
Doran, that I believe is your action surge.
That is all I can
and everything.
Do.
Okay,
that is all the things.
Next up is the final 2 scouts. Now seeing a third motherfucker pop out of the bushes, they are gonna take aim at Doran.
These guys rolled stupid high for being so bad.
They rolled so well on initiative and nothing else. That will miss. That will also miss. That was a 2. That will also miss, but they're all terrified and just cannot hit Doran to save their life. I feel like there's almost a moment where like all the arrows land at Doran's feet, and I feel like he just makes a big show of plucking them all out of the ground and sticking them in his own quiver. Felix, you are now up. Theo, you're on deck.
I'm gonna be honest, it really seemed like you guys had it covered. Like, I thought it was gonna get to my turn and everyone would be dead. So, whoops. How many people are still up?
There is still J, H, B, D, I, and C, and technically A, but A is standing there with like barely an arm on. So like it's really C, I, D, B, J, and H.
I'm like, I only killed 3 of them. There's like 7.
there are 10 of them in total. You guys are in a 10v4 right now.
Are any of my friends within 15 feet of me?
Yes. Doran's standing kind of right next to you. Not right next to you. You guys are like, I don't know, probably like maybe 5 or 6 feet apart. You were in the same bush.
Can I get a 10-foot sphere without any of my friends in it?
If you went for the people on the hillside, yeah. So if you were targeting C, I, D, and B, absolutely.
All right, then let's do that. Let's cast a shatter.
Okie dokie.
So
that is a con save.
Saving throws.
Roll this for everybody. Hey, that's a 3. They fail.
It's a whole lot.
That's a whole lot of nothing.
Forgot what a D8 looks like. Sorry. Took me a second. 18.
18.
Damn.
And it's half only if they succeed, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So Felix, how do you cast Shatter?
Oh, great question.
How do you do it?
Just 4 people, or I don't know how many they got in it, but they're just like.
It's at a point where it's like a
They just
throwing motion, like a
pop.
fuck you guys.
Fuck you,
Okay.
nerds.
You sort of snap your fingers out and you watch in a row at the top of the hill as all 4 of their heads pop like a balloon, one after
Oh
the other.
yum.
God damn it! Why do I keep doing this?
What if their heads just keep doing that?
Felix staring at their hands. Oh my god.
He's
What if I'm
flashbacks.
making their heads do that?
Flashback to episode 3.
What if their heads don't do that? What
What
if I make heads do
Do
that? Okay. That takes us back to the top of initiative order. Scout A is standing in front of you, Theo, with their shoulder mostly gone and a dragon mouth removing itself from this open wound. They have their sword in front of them and they just wildly start slashing at you because adrenaline and fear are sort of running the show right now. That's a soft 20. I don't know what is adrenaline's a hell of a drug. Okay, the 8 makes more sense. Okay, so that'll be
That's
1.
fine. You can hit me. You can hit me once.
6 points of slashing. 6 points of slashing damage. I feel like the tip of the sword catches you in the cheek and gives you like one of those really cool like cheek scars that you'd see like in any of those fights where it's like clearly an outmatched like novice against the master, and you're just kind of standing there, just like, oh honey,
Oh honey. Oh honey.
it's your turn now.
How much damage did that do?
6 points of slashing damage.
6 damage right to my cheek.
Oh honey.
Oh honey. Bonus action for Nord to take another munch.
Okay, roll them bones.
All right, that's Nord's plus 17.
17. That will hit.
Yay! And then she right here. Right, that's 5 plus 3, which is 8.
She
And then
rears her head back, and it doesn't miss this
Oh.
time. It comes down on the head, and the
Yeah.
corpse just sort of falls out of her mouth to the ground.
I like the idea that she flings it. She goes "Meow."
And she
like a dog with a toy, like "Meow," and she flings it
She-
over.
she whips her neck to the side, and the head lands on the other hill where the remaining 2 enemies are standing. I would like you to roll another intimidation check with advantage this time, Theo.
Yeah, you did that. Okay, this time 18.
18.
The
With that,
The bandits rolled out and they were like, "Yeah, we got this child."
We're
And then
out.
suddenly, like the child turns into a dragon. And then 2 more motherfuckers pop out, and like 7 people instantly die, and they're just like, we chose so poorly.
They're like,
with the head of their leader landing at their feet, you watch as they both drop their weapons, fall to their knees, and just start pleading for mercy. And with that, combat will cease.
Just
Time
gonna
to
like
interrogate
pull
some-
one of the arrows out of me.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Owie!
Hey, I'm not that much of a little bitch.
I pull one of the arrows out. I pull the other arrow out of Felix. I'm like, I'll take that. No, I'm just kidding.
they're like, adds to quiver.
Adds quiver.
Ooh, thanks for collecting these arrows for me, Felix.
No problem. My pleasure.
No, sorry, I hit
Fun
the wrong,
music.
I hit the wrong mute button.
I was gonna
Music.
say.
I hit the wrong button. I accidentally hit the I hit the wrong button there.
Yeah.
No.
Doran also kind
He
of
was
looks at
also
Felix and
pulling arrows out.
just goes. Looks at the 4 headless corpses just kind of there, and just like, God damn.
You watch as
New respect for Felix.
You watch as
That's the
Nori
first time
sort
you've
of.
really seen him murder someone.
Yeah.
Also, yeah, this is the first
You were there for the
time.
other fight. You were there for the other
Yeah.
fight, but this is the most brutal
I didn't
murder
explode
you've
any
seen.
heads last time.
They didn't
That's
really,
true.
they weren't really doing too much in the last encounter. This was like, Doran actually got to see them do something, and he was just like, "Fuck."
Yeah.
Oh, the bard's fucking weird.
I'll say Nori sort of reaches over like a cat picking up her infants and like grabs both of the bandits by the scruff of their neck and sort of sets them down in front of all three of you in the road. And then she shrinks back down to her more teenage form. She's like, "That was rude. Look what you did to Felix." And then you just hear like as like an arrow gets yanked out of his shoulder.
Doesn't even care about their pincushion of a mother. They're just like, "Look what you did to Felix."
Felix.
Well, of course she's not worried about Theo. Theo's her mom. Theo's strong and
Theo can't die,
big
as
and
far
Theo can't fucking die.
That's her mom. Her mom can't die. That's impossible.
Exactly. There's no like, she would never worry about Theo. You two aren't dragon riders and therefore functionally immortal. So she has to worry about you.
You're not her mom.
Little do they know that they're in a Disney film and shit's about to get real.
Oh no!
Loads of shotgun. We're taking out Bambi, motherfucker.
Theo starts fashioning her hair in a single braid on the side. Anime mom.
But you watch as Nori takes about 5 minutes to like berate these bandits, and it's like, what were you thinking? And like one of them's like thoroughly chastised by this 12-year-old. It's just like, oh, what? You were all right. First off, sorry. You guys notice that this is a half orc and a young human now sit in front of you. Everyone else, actually looking at all the ages of the other 7 they're all clearly, and this kind of strikes you as odd for a moment, they are all above the age of 50, regardless of race. So
if they are elder abuse.
So if they are like human, they're all north of 50 or 60. If they're elves, they're almost all pushing 100. Dwarves, almost all pushing 100. Like there's a huge age like block between this. And then these two people, they're very clearly like youngers, like maybe 20s, 30s equivalent. That half orc. No, I'm gonna be honest with you. This is like, I like, first things first, I'm very sorry. Looks at Felix. I'm very sorry. Very sorry. This was sort of a press gang situation, if you want to believe me. And it's like the human, the younger human, sort of like looks around and it's like looks at you, Doran. And Doran, do you keep any of your? Because you are Doran of Covenheim, obviously, but I know that you guys are trying to keep a low profile. Do you keep any identifying marks on you that you are from Covenheim at any time?
Oh, I mean, right now, it's like it's not like we're keeping a low profile. I mean, literally everybody knows what we look like, and it's kind of hard for me to keep a low profile. And there's not a lot of blue, genie motherfuckers around. So no, I'm just wearing my stuff. So I very much, it is very identifiable.
The smaller one looks at you. It's like, no, you're a guard, right? You're a guard from Covenheim. So like you know what's going on. Like the city's gone to total shit since the dragon showed up. Like it's like you out of anyone should hopefully and like I think noticing like the sort of like lack of response and almost and maybe slightly quizzical look on your face. Like, oh shit. None of you. Oh, shit. All right, get it over with.
We haven't been around for whatever has been happening, so maybe you can enlighten us on what is happening.
Look, we know what the order does, and she, like, points at Theo. She looks exactly like the master looks, so just get it over with.
Master?
Come on. The master of the Order of the Rose, goat-legged, blind, impossibly strong, kills you without a second thought.
Oh, my grandpa?
Oh god, you're related to him?
Oh god. What? Wow, he got really far. What? What's he doing? What's he up to? Could you tell me?
He's
He got really far. I only just saw him
And
like a
your
few days
first-
ago.
Knowing this, and your first thought was to attack this person?
the orc sort of like puts a hand on like his blubbering or babbling French was in our defense. He like, points to all like the dead corpses and headless bodies. They did it first. We granted, and again looks at Felix again. So sorry, so very sorry. Oh wait, no, Iris, no, you killed them. These are the people who shot at you, Dor. And it's like, and then missed. And it's like, hi, all bad. We're obviously not that good at this. We're really, really sorry. But
Oh no, it was more of just they're describing like this person who's like the master, who's like a complete badass, and I'm like, and you thought this was that person, and your first thought was let's kill him.
Like, no,
Like your first thought was like, let's fight this guy that we know is terrifying.
No, what we thought was like listen. The intel that's been sort of floating around town is like since the order took over the rack and the barracks, like the old guard, they've been trying to reassert dominance, and so they sent us out as a scouting party because we had heard that the order was bringing in outside help, which we assume are you. We were told to look for a small child traveling with a strange group of companions. I mean, I hope that's not an insult to you lot, as in calling you strange. It was simply how you were described in the letter.
So wait, what's going on in the city?
Well, I mean, you know how there's like a greater civil war going on in the Empire, right?
Yes.
Right, well, why not make it local? The city itself is sort of in like a very, very Cold War style civil war right now.
Oh yes, the Cold War.
Again, the concept of a Cold War, you guys understand. The Dragon War was a Cold War for like multiple hundreds of years. This is a concept that would exist in this world.
And who's
like,
fighting this war? What's going on? Speak a little more plainly.
Right. Yes, sir. So, and for all of you, the names that are being said, you guys you have some knowledge of, some don't. Like the Old Guard, there's 3 names that are mentioned. I'm on the wrong page. Where is it? There you are.
Because this guy is confusing.
Yeah. He says, right. So, nobles of the city, right? The Old Guard, up in Hightown. They've decided that whatever General Gwendolyn's ideas are really fucking good, because whatever she's promised them or whatever that plan is, it involves them getting more power and being more rich. So they have tried to start forcibly implementing whatever she wants in the city. The Assembly of Mages, the brainy college folk, they're using the situation and the tension and with the dragons all being about, they really fucking hate that they're back to being under lock and key for the sake of protection. So they're sort of looking for whoever's going to work with them to sort of free them. As of right now, luckily, the Old Guard, they haven't really worked out that they should be working with people who are poor. So they're still kind of fluffing about like a bunch of rich fuckheads.
I like how this kid is so like politically savvy. Like he's like they really what they should be doing is working with the poor people. They haven't figured that out yet. Like
Well, I
Grassroots
mean,
organizer.
yeah,
Proud of
I
him.
mean, well,
he's
here's
a
the thing,
grassroots
though.
organizer who tried to kill us.
This is true. It means he's a revolutionary.
Yeah.
Oh my
But for the
God.
wrong side.
Direct action. I'm proud of him, actually.
He's a proud boy.
No, he's not.
He's not quite a proud
He's a
boy.
grassroots organizer for the wrong side. What does that make us? Are we the baddies?
He's for
very
the
much-
people. He's just misintentioned.
So I mean, well, and he's like, he continues to explain. He's like, and I mean, like, the reason that the old guard they might feel, you know, really emboldened is because the trade unionists, well, they're like, I mean, they're the majority of the people in the city, if we're being honest, like actual working people. But like, enough of them just got rich enough that they think they're better than the rest of them. So you know that whole song and dance and all that bullshit. And then the
I'm so
Order of the
confused.
Rose.
Like, can you give us just like a quick what
Comrade.
factions are there?
He's giving us his thesis.
Yeah, like I just need to know.
His
Oh,
political
Comrade,
what-
we
science.
are
like, this
using
is-
the
this is
means
all,
of
like-
production.
Also just like his mumbling like,
Vive la revolution.
It's just like
what the fuck is happening?
Well, it's like I feel like so like for both Doran and
So there's like the old
Felix,
we got the old guard, which is basically the royalty and whatever's
the
left
nobility,
of like whatever's
nobility,
left of
noble families, all that.
yeah, whatever was left of the. What you're also referring to that as the guard as well, like whatever.
No, they are called the Old Guard.
Yes.
They've just called themselves the Old Guard. They are not
Okay.
they do not necessarily have total control over the city.
Okay.
There is the end. Actually, I guess for the two people who are from Covenheim, so both Doran and Felix, both of you, like hearing these names, it's just like, okay, yeah, it was like, yeah, no, like the trade unionists, like, yeah, the trade unionists, like that's the craftsman guild, like it's like you're hearing all these sort of like guild and like community council names as though they're supposed to like be a big deal, because it's like, okay, yeah, so like the merchants guild is throwing up a stink. The college assembly is throwing up a stink. The nobles are throwing up a stink. Like what's the big deal here, sort of thing. So like all of those names make sense to you. Theo, you hear the words Order of the Rose, and you immediately know it's like, that's fucking impossible. That's a company of dragon riders that have been dead for 100 fucking years. So there can't be any of those people here. So that strikes you momentarily as odd. For historical context, the Order of the Rose, they were the first ever company of dragon riders to disobey orders and join into the war.
And my grandpa has decided that he's resurrecting.
Apparently, you'll have to get into town to find out. But the summary version that you are given, Doran, is basically the Old Guard has sided with Gwendolyn and the sort of draconic takeover faction in the Empire. The Order of the Rose, they appear to be some sort of rebel faction of some kind. You have the least information about them. The trade unionists, it is the Merchants and Craftsmen's Guild of the city. They single-handedly are the largest like associated group within the city. They have almost 4,000 members, so they are like a huge block of people to ever have on your side for any sort of support for anything. And then the Assembly of Mages, they are representative of the mages at the college. Very specifically, the goal of all mage colleges is freedom of movement, because since dragons eat magic, mages, anyone who can do magic, anyone who's magically inclined, magical artifacts, all of those things are very closely guarded because they can become a power source for dragons. And the dragons very famously used mage colleges in the past as basically giant batteries that they fed themselves off of during the war. So with dragons re-entering the picture, the the mage college within the city has gone on full 24-hour lockdown, and they were already really mad about draconic restrictions in like day-to-day life. Now they are basically like, you're allowed 1 hour outside under adult supervision. If we even see a shadow in the air, you're going back inside for the next 36 hours, sort of. So they
One
are
precarious bird.
they
So
are
who's so like? Is there any type of organized like law enforcement, kind of like does the
There-
old guard still control the guard? Are the guard cooperating? How are they attempting to enforce all the Gwendolyn stuff?
So the old guard has about half of the actual city guard on their side. The other half are staying neutral and or providing small amounts of material support to the Order of the Rose. But given the secrecy of the Order, no one really knows for sure where it is and what has occurred. They are the newest players in Covenheim. But the guard itself is at the moment, neutral, leaning into antagonistic faction. And if you guys want to, you can actually pull up, it's just going to be in the resources channel. And for the podcast listeners, when this episode comes out, I will post this as well so you can see. But the map of Covenheim will be available for all to view. And you actually will be able to see the division of the town. The city of Covenheim, it is a coastal city. And I'll say, you guys sort of drag these guys along and you're interrogating them as you walk, just for the sake of brevity. You guys crest over the hill, and as they're sort of explaining everything that's occurred in the city of Covenheim over the last 6 months, certainly, but it's become more intense in the last couple of weeks, is that the residents of Hightown, which is to the eastern side of the city along the coast, where all the nobles live and the old guard lives, they have slowly but surely encroached their influence into the rest of the city, and almost like a black cloud is almost extending over Covenheim as you crest this hill. You can see like the eastern part of the city almost entirely like in shadow from this strange like sort of weather phenomenon that's occurring. It's rolling off of the Crystal Reservoir, and then the other half of the town, 2/3 of the town, the shadow is starting to encroach, but there's still sunlight, and you hear birds singing, those sorts of things. There's almost like a physical manifestation of the encroaching darkness above the city as you guys start heading in.
The encroaching
Found
darkness.
an inn in Hightown called the Flawless Lust.
Where is this link?
It's in the resources channel.
Oh. La
There's the
la la
city
la
of
la la
Covenheim.
la 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 la.
Is my family home somewhere on here?
Is it the Fantasy
have
Town
not-
generator thing?
Yep, it's the Fantasy Town generator thing. I have not placed your family home yet, Felix, because I wanted you to have the option to do that.
I found somewhere called Residence, where Nefeld lives.
There's a
the-
lot of very interesting names.
You can click on
The
You can click-
boxes.
you can click on any of the any
Oh.
of the houses, and it will give you what they.
Oh
like,
my
who lives
goodness, I
there.
found the exceptional house painter. This is the rest of the episode, by the way.
Yeah, this is why I wanted you all to look at this before we actually started
No,
playing, because
we
now
should
you're
have-
distracted.
We should have done this before we started recording.
I mean, I brought it up on my phone the other day, and I didn't realize you could click on things from my phone.
Yeah, we should. Well, this should have been the pre-session chatter where we just sat here and said aloud the different.
Sousa Mill residence.
Oh, good lord.
All right,
the
to bring us
Gold Wart
The Wolf
residence.
Depot. Just go get some wolves.
Oh
From the
my
Wolf
god.
Depot.
Why is there a school called the Engorged School?
because. All right, so since we're just here now, so
The Flame Cinema.
to
Oh
to,
my
to,
God. Lion
to put a
supplies.
to put a pin in this very funny little moment that I think I will leave in because it's been enjoyable. What the program that I use to everybody listening to this is a thing called fantasytowngenerator.com. It is an incredible tool. It manufactures cities up to 50,000 if you are paying for the premium edition, but free up to 25,000 people. It fully generates a city, districts, religions, people, shops, residences, lays it all out. It generates all of that. However, since it is generating and is probably based off of, a seed and random number generator on the back end, you do end up with people like Belrain Bralu and Frory Cliffriend with 3 F's in their name as some of the residents in these towns.
Oh my god.
Oh my, there's a place called Void Making Cheese.
Oh my god, I just saw Void Stone Shaping Company.
The Void's got a
they've got an iron grip.
Franchises.
All
the
right.
Void
and
family.
I will say this. I will say this. As you guys crest the hill, and Doran, you guys crest the hill, and as Doran and Felix are suddenly struck with a wave of nostalgia as they begin listing off some of their random but favorite shops within the city of Covenheim.
I have one more. I have one more. And I guess this is also by the Engorged family. The Engorged Wicker Worker.
With that, as
the prestigious barber.
As Doran starts walking down the hill and as the wind passes through his hair, and he goes, "Oh, I should go to the prestigious barber. Need to get my hair cut." That is where we will end our session for today.
The resplendent winemaker.
Thank you all so much for joining us for another episode of Dances with Dice. Please follow us on all social media channels at Dances with Dice. And when you use the hashtag DWDcast or DWDart, we will try to use you as named NPCs in the show. Thank you all so much, and join us every single Tuesday for new episodes of Dances with Dice.